Hey friends, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're all well. In today's video, I want to share with you some similarities, firstly, and then talk about some pros and cons of each website, NiteFlirt and Talk to Me. If this is your first time here, and this is a type of content that you are looking for, that you get value from, definitely consider subscribing before you leave. At the very least, give it a thumbs up, please. And if you have any questions, if you want to send them privately, there's my email address down below, or you can put it in the comment section. Or if you have any suggestions for future videos, we love to hear that as well. And I mentioned this in my previous video. Just in case you are new here, my website is launching next month, and the link to it will be down below. So let us get started in this video. And I like to do comparisons from time to time as well, because you guys know, you've probably heard me say, I do not believe in having one stream of income regardless what industry you're in. It's very easy to be an operator on multiple platforms. And then sometimes it's just good for you to test out different sites to see which one works best for your personality. So yeah, let me start by sharing with you some of the similarities with the websites, the two websites. And if you have anything to add, like I said before, definitely do so down in the comments. So regardless to what site, legitimate site, that you are on, you need to register, right? You need to provide your ID, which is a form of age verification for the site. No matter what site you're on, you have to be at least 18 years old. Do you need to give your social? Absolutely. Either you're going to give your social, or if you are a company, yes, there are companies on these sites, you will need to give your EIN number, your business number, or what have you. Also, you're going to need to get paid, so you're going to need to provide your bank info. Also, your address. Most sites are going to mail you your tax forms unless they do it electronically, but you will also need to have an email address on file, as well as a telephone number, because they will need to route callers to your telephone number. Your number will not appear in the customer's ID, or your number will never be shown. So you don't have to worry about that. But the system needs a telephone number on file. So when a caller calls your listing, they need to route that call to your number. Let's see what else. Another similarity that NiteFlirt and Talk to Me have in common is they both allow you to add greetings to your listing. When the caller calls the 800 number, or for NiteFlirt, they will hear your greeting. And for Talk to Me, if they are actually on the site as well, they can hear your greeting from the site. But both sites give you the option of recording a greeting, which is really important, which I will talk about in a future video in the next couple of days, how important a greeting is. Also, both sites or neither site makes it mandatory for you to have a schedule. So I think that's very important as well. Also, both sites give you options to other ways to make money. For Talk to Me, they have a store section, which is similar to the goodies on NiteFlirt. So they both give you other options to make money, and you are not obligated to talk or text or chat or sext, however you want to refer to it as, meaning if you only want to talk, you can talk. If you only want to text, you can text, and you can change that feature up hourly, daily. If you want to only talk today, you can turn off your chat. If you only want to chat today, you can turn off your talking option. So those are definitely some things that those two sites have in common. And let's see what else. Another thing that both sites have in common is you have the option of having multiple profiles. So you can have different personas. Let's see what else. Like I said, neither site requires a schedule, which is really good. So if you can only work on the weekends, that's fine. If you can only work during the week, that's fine. In the morning, in the evening. So those are some of the major similarities to the two sites. But like I said, if it is a legitimate site, you will need to provide your ID, your social security number, email address, telephone number, mailing address. And like I said, it doesn't matter what site, you need to be 18 years old, 18 or older. So let us get into some of the pros and cons of each one. Actually, let's get into first some of the main differences. Since we did the similarities, let's get into some of the main differences of the two sites, okay? So when it comes to Talk to Me, not like NiteFlirt, but with Talk to Me, you need to complete 300 connected conversation minutes before your profile can go through the approval process. So you will need to talk to customers for 300 connected conversation minutes before you can create a profile and to start setting your own minute rate. You will get paid for those 300 minutes, but only at 20 cents per minute. So another major difference I see in the two sites as well, when it comes to Talk to Me, the max that you can charge per minute is $2.99. So it's from 99 cents to $2.99 for Talk to Me. When it comes to NiteFlirt, 99 cents up to $50 per minute. As far as the payout, NiteFlirt does have a daily, excuse me, they do have a daily payout as long as your minimum is $10 other than the amount that you allow to be left in your account for bidding and such. For instance, I leave $20 in my account. I've never used it. I think the least my account has ever gotten was like $18 for the amount that I use for bidding. But anything $10 at least above that amount, you will be able to do a daily payout, opposed to Talk to Me. The minimum payout is $50 and their payouts are on Wednesdays. So every week on Wednesdays. As far as on Talk to Me, they do have the option of setting up, or you do have the option of setting up a flat rate package for your callers. For example, you can do like 10 minutes for $9.99, 20 minutes for $40 or whatever, opposed to NiteFlirt, there is no package option. Another major difference with Talk to Me and NiteFlirt, NiteFlirt has a bidding option. Talk to Me does not. I know a lot of people are like, what's with this bidding option on NiteFlirt? But if you really think about it, that is a way, and it's not mandatory. You don't have to bid at all. Most days I do not bid. But anyway, that's another video. But on the option for NiteFlirt, I think it is great that you're able to bid, because if you are new, it is a way, it's an option for you to get exposure. Now, of course, bidding and someone clicking on your listing does not guarantee they're going to call, but at least you have the option of, using a few dollars to get more exposure to your listings, opposed to Talk to Me. There is no bidding system. And if you really think about it, the way that I look at being a phone sex operator, it's a business. When you bid, it's marketing. Every business needs a marketing budget. I'm going to do a separate video on bidding, when to bid, how much, and all that stuff, because I see people like spending ridiculous amounts of money on bidding, and I'm like, what? But anyway, that's a totally different video. And let's see if there's any other. One of the major differences I saw with NiteFlirt and Talk to Me. On Talk to Me, quite a few of the phone sex operators in their listings, and they are allowed to do this. They use wording or verbiage like anything goes, no limits, zero limits. Everything is okay. If you are a NiteFlirt, you know that it goes against their terms of service or terms of usage to put anything that implies that there are no limits or zero limits. Also on Talk to Me, you can put age play and taboo friendly, which you can put on NiteFlirt as well. But like I said, you can use words to let the customers know that there are no limits. We can talk about anything on Talk to Me, opposed to on NiteFlirt. There are things that you cannot talk about. I think that is it for some of the major differences that I saw. Let me just double check. Now, they did say on Talk to Me that talkers or phone sex operators are required to remain under a certain percentage of missed calls to keep an active account. I'm not sure if that's still the case or not. It is the end of November 2022 and things change all the time. So definitely be mindful of that when you watch this video, because things are updated all the time. So let me just see if there's anything else. And like I said earlier, just repeating, both sites give you options to make money in addition to talking and texting or chatting or sexting. I'm going to put a link in the video description box as well for you guys. A video I made about a month ago is 10 ways to make money as a phone sex operator without actually talking to customers. So I will link that down below. And then I want to go on to just some quick pros and cons of each site. Okay, friends, so I'm going to wrap this video up and just point out a few pros and cons of each website that stuck out to me, and some things that you might want to consider if you are considering either or both of these websites. And like I said, what might not work for you on one specific site might work on the other, or simultaneously. You can be one persona on one and a different persona on the other. So one of the things that stands out to me on NiteFlirt, and also if you are new and you're not grasping or understanding or agreeing with, like I said, the bidding system on NiteFlirt, if you are new, it will give you the option of getting more exposure to your listing. There are operators that have been on that site for 15, 20 years. So they have customers that are going to continuously go back to them. But like I said, the bidding feature will give you the option of placing higher or landing higher in a particular category, thus potentially catching someone's attention. And like I said, bidding is not mandatory. You don't have to bid. You can bid on specific days where you know you're going to be online all day, and other different factors. I will make a separate video about that. Another, I guess, thing that stands out to me when it comes to NiteFlirt that Talk to Me doesn't have, and it's not mandatory as well, is HTML. I will be making a separate video about that as well, but it will make your listing stand out. There's no doubt about it. But just because your listing stands out doesn't mean you're going to get more callers, but it will catch someone's attention, especially if they are into that, right? So although Talk to Me does not have that, but Talk to Me has more filters. It has more search options. Sorry about that. You can search by bust size, body type, eye color, hair color, the interest, what roles you're into. So there's more options when it comes to that on Talk to Me. Like I said, more search engines. One thing that also stood out for me on Talk to Me that NiteFlirt does not have on Talk to Me, there is a section like a bulletin board, just something comparable to like your modern day social media where you can post updates, what you're doing during the day, during the week, if you have any specials that you are running right now. So that definitely stands out for me. And unfortunately, NiteFlirt doesn't have anything like that. And then first and foremost, Talk to Me is more up to date. It's more updated. And from what I hear, NiteFlirt, pretty much their layout, their colors, their everything is a little dated, right? So those are some major things that kind of stand out to me when it comes to those two sites. And let me just see if there's anything else. But like I mentioned before, one of the main things with both sites is there is no mandatory schedule, which can be a pro or a con, because if you don't have a schedule, no one's making you go online. There's days where you're not going to do it when you know you're supposed to do it. But yeah, I guess it just depends on how you look at that whole thing. And let me just see if there's anything else. You guys know I make notes before I make videos, or if you didn't know, I do a brain dump before I record any video. Yeah, that sounds about it. If you have anything to add, any similarities, any differences, any pros and cons when it comes to the websites, definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And if you've gotten any value from this video or anything on my channel, definitely consider subscribing. All right, talk to you guys in the next video. Take care.